Alright, hello and welcome to Legacy Crusaders. This is Benji, and today we're doing the Infernoid ladder climb, and I did not realize that Season 40 ends today, so I am in a rush now. I'm at Master 3. I have to get to Master 1 today in order to complete the climb. Otherwise, I could continue the climb next month, which is a possibility. We'll see what we can do that, but let's see what can happen. We're going first, and I'm going to win like 10 games in a row, and then I can just take it easy. And if you watched the previous episode, you saw we tried to climb and then wound up going back down, which was unfortunate, but is what it is. And I opened 3 out of 4 Snake Eye cards in my deck, which is wild. That is crazy. Alright, so Black Witch... Oh, I waited till main phase, which was dumb, but in a way that worked out, because Black Witch can set original. This will still put the Poplar in the back row. I don't really need the Poplar to be summoned now, because I can't add it from my deck to my hand. So we'll just hope we don't auto-lose to something like... What do you call it? We will hope we don't lose to Imperm, and if we get through this, then we have Decatron, and Decatron does a ton of stuff. And then we can get rid of the Flamebird from hand at some point, somehow. We'll figure it out. Alright, so... let's send the Poplar, so we already got... our 2 fires going. We can't use wanted to draw. We shouldn't need to draw. Send Petrula so I can pop the Abominable, and if they stop us, we go into Moon of the Closed Heaven. Oak brings back Decatron, and we send it anyway. So that doesn't really stop me. So that's 2 hand traps down. They've basically hand trapped themselves twice, because there's no card I really need to stop that badly. Just for the sake of sending a card, I'm going to send Sightsmoss. We're going to summon Oak. And Oak can bring back the Decatron. So we will target and bring back Decatron. Now it'd be nice to put the Flamebirds back in the deck, but that isn't happening at the moment. So let us fire all this stuff off. I can't really get into like Vanishment, so I don't really have a good way to get the Flamebird out of my hand other than to just summon it off of... to summon it off of Oak, which I don't really want to do. But I guess we're going to wind up doing it at some point, so I'm going to link these off into the Yama, and Shavara will set the other trap card. Now, the only card that Yama can add back is this Shavara, which is something, and I could pop the other trap and float into something else, so it's not like I'm not going to get anywhere. My opponent's going to be playing with 3 cards or 4 cards through an actual board, so we should be winning this game. Unless something goes, like, drastically wrong, which I can't think of anything that would at this point. I don't want to get Fiendlock at the moment, so what we're going to do is we're going to summon the Flamebird from hand. And let's see, are there any fires to summon from the graveyard? Good for me at the moment, not super many. What can I put in the back row? The Oak in the back row. Oh. Alright, so I am going to be putting Oak in the back row to summon off of the Flamebird here. This currently will be summoning... I'm going to go into Promethean Princess. Summon back 2 fires, our opponent concedes, and we are 1 step closer to Master 2. I really gotta do 2 ranks in this video. That's gonna be a lot. I wasn't even planning on playing at all today. I log in to get my dailies out of the way. I saw that the daily rewards were expiring tomorrow, and then I realized, oh wait, that's the time when it actually ends the season. So I just leave the, the solo mode open to the end of the season, because I just have no interest in playing solo mode. I played exactly 1 time on the last day to get it out of the way. I did that earlier. So I have no dailies to do. I did them with the festival. When there's a festival open, I use the festival as a way to get dailies without continuing the ladder climb. Our opponent is going first. We have Max C. We'll hope it works. If it doesn't work, it's in hand. Not the best hand. Hopefully our opponent gives us at least 1 draw to make it worth it. Decks can play without giving us a draw. Not a lot, like Stun, Labyrinth. But almost every other deck has to give us at least 1 draw. Alrighty, so there is Circular, so this should be quite a few draws. But this is still going to be a tough deck to beat in the long run. I don't know how well we're going to do. So there's a Lurie, which is, of course, the best card to draw. Oh, and we got trolled. Never mind, we are doomed. Wait, they now can't search several things, so I'm not sure what they're actually going to go into with this. So that's interesting. Are they going to make Laplacian and pull 1 card out of my hand? They pull Black Witch out of my hand. Alright, so Lingerie will negate a trap, not the effect of a trap card, so the Escape will go off. Maybe they're just going to go to Terahertz. Like, I could probably beat Terahertz. There's Firewall Guardian. I love being told by Droll over and over again. Alright, what card are we taking? Please take Black Witch. One random card from my hand. So they hit Black Witch, of course, and let's see, send one card from my hand or field the graveyard. So we're going to be sending... What card do we want to send? Well, Harmadic could become live. The trap isn't live currently. Lurie could be my normal summon, so I guess I'm sending Harmadic. Now I could set original. If I set original, there's a chance that it's popped. I could set wanted so I can get Black Witch back. So I think I'm going to go for wanted. Because I could definitely use the Black Witch first, and then wanted add Black Witch back and summon her again. So I'll probably be able to get the draw off. Alright, so they're into Splash Mage. Bringing back the Firewall Guardian. Really don't know how far up they go. Determined that it was worth doing. So that's already charged. The Guardian's going to bring itself back. Alright, so in Transcode Talker is going to bring back probably the Splash Mage, and then they'll use all these to go into whatever it's called, Terahertz. Oh, I guess they have no need for... Okay, so they have Terahertz, which is going to send a card to the graveyard, negate a face-up card in the field, Aggregator, or it'll send, what do you call, Save Worm. So now if I can just out Terahertz, I turn that off. So they send the Save Worm, then they could probably send the Aggregator. So apparently the Harmadic would have been live. So now they have Maxi. That's fair. Terahertz by itself doesn't do anything. Alright, none of these cards come back from the graveyard while that's in the extra monster zone, but they can get a really big monster off. I have like one spell trap to use. Can normal... The options. The Save Worm is still going to be able to stop me through this, so I have to find a way to like deal with that. Alright, so I don't really want to be Max Seed. This card's going to be really huge in a minute. What are the options? Do I bother attacking? Do I just hope they can't do anything? Piercing? Guess we just hope they can't do anything. I'm gonna set Aya and Escape. Like, Linger Reaver by itself isn't scary. It just matters what card they get to go with this. Now, I can't activate the Archaea in the damage step, nor can I activate in the battle phase, or the Black Witch in the battle phase, because of Terahertz. But you can at least try. I feel like we have an interesting game due to Maxi shenanigans. They're on a much smaller deck, so odds of them drawing cards that are live is likely, but they did use a lot of their combo cards to get started. They can't summon Sigma because they have a monster zone. If they get rid of the Terahertz just to clear the extra monster zone, that could be good for me. At the moment, they didn't send anything to the graveyard. That's a powerful card. And okay, I don't know if it's good here. They're going to go into. All right, so we're going to be surprised here. Golem Crystal Heart. Okay. So this is probably going to get float away. So the G Golems, I think, eventually go into, what's his name? That's the related card? Okay, so I'd bring back Transcode. Okay, so I could be alive here. But I'm also probably not alive here. Entirely depends. If they hit the... They went for battle phase. So my cards are both going to be negated, but at least I won't be under Maxi next turn. Alright, so I can't activate this. Terahertz, which is fine. Or I can activate it, but it'll be negated. We activate it anyway, see if they respond. Alright, so... They knew not to bother. Oh, it's doing piercing damage. Okay, if I activate Black Witch, I just discard a card, which there is no reason to do at the moment. Oh, it's game? Oh, I didn't realize I was dead. That's another story. Alright, so we are now 57 and 40. We'll continue and just hope we don't lose the Maxi challenge this time. Alright. It is cool when your deck can actually play through Maxi by just, like, rolling yourself. Pretty neat combo. Alright, our opponent's on a ranked down game, so I will hope that they are playing a bad deck and not just having a bad day, and then hopefully we'll be able to keep going up. a bot trying to rank down. Doubtful, but possible. Oh, I meant to... Do I fire this off now? Yeah, let me just get it out of the way and find out if it's live or not. Oh, I'm being invited to a regional. That could be fun. Philly Regional, Saturday, May 31st. Too far away. Too far to make it about what I wanted. Ah, grass. Let's see if we can bait Ash Blossom by summoning Black Witch. Going for original, we see if we can bait for Ash, then we grass. They're at 36 card deck. We're at 54 in deck. That's 18 card mill. Probably just imperm. Oh, it was not imperm, so we have a combo in our hand. In addition to ability to bash this. Trigger one monster, banish it by phase the next turn. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything. Oh, they're gonna put my card back in the deck and draw a card. Which could be good, could be bad. That's fine. We attempt to play Unchained now to see if we can find out what they have. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go for Sharvara. I'm gonna do original now. Because this should insulate me for the rest of the game. Alright, so this preferably I actually want to hit a Shyama on the mill here. So they're at 35, I'm at 52. This is going to be 51, so we're hitting a 16 card mill. So the mills are reducing a bit. I'm going to go into Petrula, because at this point, there's just the odds of them actually having a response to grass is like so low. Okay, Poplar is going to put something in the back row. Our opponent concedes, and we are back up to that +8, where we're +18 wins. Alright, so 3 more games to Master 2. Get it over with. Again, big rush today. I don't plan on being here for 5 hours. I plan on being here for maybe 2. Alright, so we lost the dice roll. Our opponent is opting to go first. We will be going second. We did win via Max C last game because they pass on nothing. They did do something with their play. Alright, our hand is not good, but we do have Dark Ruler, so there's a lot of cards we can draw into that would be okay. Early Load does beat the Dark Ruler. Early Load gets the Ether Barrel, and Ether Barrel is going to... Possibility we can bait it out, but I doubt it. So they set another Early Load. They have Beam in hand. Time-wise, I don't know how to wait through this, considering I have to draw a second spell and the cards I have in my hand. So I'm just going to concede they can have this. If I wasn't in a time crunch here, I would have bothered trying to play it out, but there's not much I can do. They have monsters that negate my graveyard effects. I have 1 graveyard effect. I'm banishing Deviati to summon Rula to threaten the Beam, just so I can Dark Ruler with no follow-up. It wasn't really good. So we'll see if we can find a better way to use our time in the games we have. We are only +7 now. +17. Right, this hand is okay. So if our opponent does anything, we have Ash from Max C for Willows. We have Graver to start our play. Abomination's Prison is still usable if we get drolled. They ash us, I guess they ash us. So they have Shifter, so that's not preferable. It's not like we can't do anything with Shifter. The question is, how do we approach under Shifter? Are they just on Kashtira? We can activate Abomination's Prison, normal, summon Rakea, and grab Escape, which is I guess what we're doing, and next turn we will try to top off with Imagination or Tract. Because none of these cards need to go to our graveyard for us to continue. And there's nothing I really want to go into from the extra deck, so we'll just hope our opponent can't deal with this. Hang on. Alright, so do I care about the dragon they have? My graveyard. Graver. Okay. They're a Bestial that I will ash them now and just hope they can't do it. Because the Bestials by themselves don't really do anything. They did Shifter us. Now they're going to play through Shifter, so if they are on Kashtira, they've now locked up their deck with having a monster in the main monster zone. They're on Tenpai. They're playing Tenpai under Shifter, which they can do is not, like, great. They're on, like, Exo Sister. They blocked up their main monster zones with the non-Exo Sister. I'm just going to float into another monster. Doesn't matter which monster I have. I'm just going to go into... Let's see. I don't really want to get, like, stuck. I'm going to summon a Ruha. Because Sarama could be good to get Trap back. If I can wait till next turn to use it. So they are thinking. I guess they were hoping we do more. Not a reason to do more. And having a few banished chains doesn't really affect me. Odds are good that they just have a bunch of hand traps. They can't play under their own shifter and need to pass. Probably the most likely scenario. Right, come on, pass. Maybe they're just gonna scoop from, like, aim scoop. Okay, they've normal summoned. This is level 6 and Nightmare Phoenix. So this is going to force out my card. Theoretically, it would force it out, but I actually don't need it. They actually just went into the extra deck and it gives an Infernoid deck. I'm going to let it die. I'm going to bring out... Let's bring out... Unless they're literally on, like, Orcus Nightmare, I don't care. I want them to keep their extra deck monster. I'm going to bring out Sharvara. And this will do a lot next turn, assuming they don't pop both of my monsters. And the only monster effect I've activated was in the battle phase. Okay, so this... What's exact? Okay, so they're going to pay 2,000. Just going to get the Ankh, and pop my cards. Both of my cards will... Well, this card won't float. This card will float into it. Alright, this makes sense why they're on Shifter. It doesn't look like they're playing with a lot, but this is getting rid of one of their extra deck monsters, turning off Imagination. But there's no way they can predict Imagination coming. They didn't show me one from hand, right? Oh, did review. So they have an Exodia piece in hand, so they're not doing much with these cards. Okay. They can negate a spell or a trap card, activate a spell or trap card. The cards are not really particularly good to pop. I have no graveyard. This shouldn't be hard to do from here. I'm going to go straight into Yama. Try get a playoff. They'll probably pop my cards. If they do, I float. Basically, I just need to threaten the trap card or threaten, and they respond with the gates. This will get a spell trap that they're going to be able to negate in the back row, or they'll just try to pop it and clear exactly which way they'll go. Cracked might fetch the negate as well, so we're going to grab Sarama from the deck. Sarama to set and pop the Ruha, which doesn't pop this turn. These are also not fiend locked. Not that I have any fiends that I want to lock me. Popping my cards now just floats all my cards, so it doesn't bother me at all. I just really love Imagine. Okay, so they're going to pop all my cards, which is fine. Thank you. Popping all my cards. So I will let them try to negate Chamber, because it might not be clear if I have any other spell traps. If they don't, then I just keep going, and now they could just lose the game. It's a Summon Tiara, which puts a lot of cards in my extra deck. My deck into the... What card do I want? Does it matter? Well, this card will continue to do stuff. Can this one be destroyed by spell? It cannot be destroyed by spell trap. So I can pop shield with certain things. Alright, so we're going to Imagination all over them. And they're going to scoop. This is going to be weak. Denoku, Deviatis, Sitesmas, Patrula, Decatron, and since we're continuing this game for another turn, I don't even need to activate Tiara. I just have all the monsters I need now to just clear all their stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to clear all their things. I've already went into Yama, so we'll do Moon in the Closed Heaven. Writings on the wall, I just send their card to the graveyard and attack them for game. Alright, so we Requiem, we send away Exodia, since we can't destroy it by card effects. I don't need them to control it anymore. The Engraver's not been summoned from the graveyard, so I can still summon it from the graveyard. This can be destroyed by a card effect. I'm just summon Harmony and getting their monster. But they have an Exodia piece in their hand if my serves, so that doesn't do anything. Here, even if you went into the back row, that wouldn't bother me. They'll go into... So we're going to go into Sequence. Sequence going to summon something. We summon Aerial Eater by putting back Barbara and Ruha. Fire monsters. All my Infernoids in play. I'll dump some Fiend from my deck to the graveyard. It doesn't really matter which one. Doesn't matter. I am going to dump Rula. Doesn't matter. We go Promethean Princess. Summon Sitesmoss. We summon Deviati. Attack for game. Their effect. Took them long enough. You know, you basically spell out you're doomed and just kind of sit there with your Exodia needing to draw into another on. Alright, so we have to win 3 more again to get 2. I will settle for Master 2 in this run, but I would much prefer Master 1. I know it's doable, it's just a matter of time. So we've won the dice roll, we are up 8 still. Get further ahead. Alright, our hand is not great. I have 2 Infernoids, but 2 Infernoids is not necessarily any kind of full combo. I guess we just summon Decatron, and depending on what they do will determine our play. Thank goodness, I don't really have the time for that, so they're going to scoop it up to the normal summon of Decatron. Not a full combo. Glad our opponent didn't want to put up with that. Maybe they bricked. Maybe they couldn't beat one Deviati. Didn't even wait to see which Infernoid was sent. Something I would have recommended to them. Alright, so we just go in 2 more, we'll get Master 2. Alright, we lost a dice roll, so we lose this one and just try that other game all over again. Going second. Alright, we have Grass going second in Imagination, so we got 2 very powerful spell cards against a 35-40 main deck. 55 in our main, 35 in their main. Got a Ruha to possibly do something with the results of our Grass. Our opponent's got a glitchy internet, the looks of it. Get through off of some free scoops due to glitchy internet. Our opponent could be bricked on hand traps. They're just going to max C us, and then we Grass and hope that they die. In Imagination to just summon Evil, banish Petrula, send a couple Infernoids, and then send from Graveyard. Alright, they're on. They have Lordly Load. So that is a full play combo. I'm hoping that their internet just craps out on them, because I'm like 1 card away from having like play. So they are pitching their Drill Beam because they can set it for free, I guess. But it gets banished if you really want. Okay, during the main phase. Oh, I guess it doesn't get banished. Okay, so they've got Sage, they've got Roar. Let's see where they go. Normal Ether Barrel, and then is it really like effective to just keep setting reloads in the back row and fill up space? Feels like a waste of back to get the second one. And all it does is add a card to your hand that have already. Alright, I'm in the process of uploading the previous video while this is happening. Been uploaded, I'm just trying to put it through all of its ratings and stuff. I have to make a thumbnail for it still. While our opponent plays the game. Oh, I see they have Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Got a set Drill Beam. They have Sage in hand. They have the extra normal summon. They can dump Blue Eyes White Dragon to boost their guy by 8 attack points. In these videos, I keep putting playlists of old video series I have. In case anyone wants to see them, there's a book series. If you're new to the card game, you can check out my rulebook series, The Ladder Climb. My old Infernoid Comprehensive Guide is there. I have these 5-tip videos, which are basically ruling videos. Alright, so save. Now I just thumbnail, I can post that. I'm gonna normal summon Sage. Sage is probably gonna search Maiden. Maiden will get True Light. True Light's gonna get set. I'll activate it in the back row. That'll probably get Majesty, or it'll get... It could get Majesty. It could get... What else did they... They already got Wishes. Started with Wishes. I searched Roar a minute ago. So the only thing that really makes sense for them to get... Majesty. I had a way to threaten the Majesty, so they fire it off, like set Aruha, then a Duster. Majesty, thinking, oh, I'll just pop this monster and try to float. And they're Blue Eyes cards, so hate it. So I play into this card all the time. Ultimate Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, or Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I constantly target Blue Eyes cards and then find my cards got negated, so I'm going to have to be very careful about not doing it. So they summoned Blue Eyes, they didn't summon Maiden for some reason. I guess they could summon another Blue Eyes at some point this turn. I want the Maiden, or summon it from the end of the turn with the reload, I guess. What I might be able to do is activate Imagination, and our opponent will like not respond to it and think that they're going to have to respond after the fact. What are the things you can do? Activation, do you have any? They know. Fire it off. So they have nothing they really want to set, which means they're just going to use Light to bring back Maiden. And then maybe this will bring back Maiden. It'd be weird for them to not bring it back, since it's just a free synchro body. I think 8. This is weird. Photon Lord. Okay. I haven't seen anyone really do that yet. I still don't know why they don't want their mate. Because they won't be able to activate it. Well, they will be able to activate it in the graveyard. One blue eye stuck under the Galaxy Eyes. But they need to control a level 5 or higher vanilla. To control a vanilla to use it. So if they get rid of this, they'll have to bring back the blue eyes. Here's Maiden. They have a card that can target the Maiden, so they can't trigger the on-field. They're just going to summon another. A blue eyes monster. They Jet Dragon, some level 8, so they could synchro it. There's Jet. Now I'm playing through probably 2. Unless I draw like Dark Ruler or something. Even Dark Ruler would lose the... Because the Ruha is checked by the Galaxy Eyes. Petrula can threaten at least one of these cards. Problem is the Petrula to threaten through Jet Dragon. Set now. Could make the other synchro. They look like they don't want to, but why they wouldn't? Double Spirit Dragon. Wonder if their last card in hand is just like... Okay, I don't know why they didn't do spirits. They couldn't do the spirits last turn. They have to do it in my phase. Do it in my standby, but they didn't do it in my draw. Banishment, which could be a threatening card. They accept it as a threat. Special Blue Eyes right now that they Drill Beam is live current. I don't have a... Now they'll probably start tagging out the Spirit Dragons. I don't know if they're going for Zephyr. Monster effect, or they can go for... Currently Grass loses to... I'm just going to start with Imagination, because I think this baits Drill Beam. They may or may not respond. They may just try and go to Ultimate. Because if this goes off, I have a lot more resources to play with. If this doesn't go off, maybe get to bluff them into searching another one. Off Banishment, and maybe on to Vanish. Maybe they'll run out of time reading my card. Just have a lot of text on it. They'll misread it. Like, Infernoid's level 1. No problem. Okay. On res, what do you want? You're tagging out Blue Eyes? Nothing. I get to just summon Tiara for no reason. Maybe they thought they could negate the effect. That's probably what happened. So now we just try and send a ton of dudes from the deck. Get some plays going here. I don't need the guys from my hand. Can't banish cards from their graveyard, but I can banish cards from my graveyard. I have a card to link off with. I think our opponent is... I don't want to say they're throwing necessarily, but they are not helping themselves. I don't even think they know how my effect is going to work to know if they should negate this or not. I think this game is winnable. I don't know if it was worth the time to try and win it. I think the biggest problem with it... Maybe I'm the one disconnecting. It's hard to tell. The implication is that it's on them. They have cards they can play. Probably just going to win by timer. I feel like we're winning this game just because I feel like they have to have wasted a decent amount of time doing their first turn combo. But the game seemed to be like disconnecting for them a little bit. Okay, so now... I could activate a Ruha to pop Tiara. Get Fiend locked, but I might grass into... I may grass to... What's it called? Might grass into Snow, and I don't want to, like, commit to turning off Snow. There we go for Yama. They currently didn't set up a negate for that. Set a card in the back row here could be, like... Oh, what card? This could be, like, Imperm. Probably is Imperm. Whenever Jet Dragon comes out, everything is going to get a little complicated here. So Drill Beam on Yama, of all things. Okay, they better start tagging out now, though. This grass is going to do something. So Yama's banished. Okay, so they are doing the tags now. Alright, let me read Drill Beam. A second negate activation. I'm trying to read Drill Beam. Drill Beam. Drill Beam. Negate its effects. Okay. So I can negate my face-up card. So we summon Deviati. Probably have Majesty set. Well, either way, we just summon Deviati. Alright. So if they try to negate me with Spirit Dragon, I try to negate them. Odds are this is Imperm. This brings out Jet Dragon. I don't care about Jet Dragon. Okay, so that's going to negate me. I'm going to tribute myself. So the worst thing that can happen is that they have... Call it. Called by? I mean, it would make sense if they had called by. But it doesn't really matter. This tagging out now doesn't matter because the Ultimate Spirit Dragon is going to be banished. So if they summon Crimson Dragon, it doesn't do anything. They're going to play 2. And they lose. Probably timer, but a chance that they... just didn't know what they were doing. So they surrendered. I think they just played their turn badly. Alright, so one more to Master 2. And I take a tiny break between the games, and then I play out Master 1. So I go for Master 1 right now. Won't have taken that long. Alright, so we lost a dice roll, so we did win the previous game that we didn't really deserve to win, because they definitely should have had a board that we couldn't break. They definitely just had to set it up faster. So we have Grass and a Unchained combo and Decatron. Our opponent's on a 60-card deck also. Maybe they're on Grass and are bricked on it. That's a possibility. Our Grass is dead, because their Grass is dead. Alright, so we have Dark Ruler should they actually do some sort. So we're going to start off with Decatron. Try and see what they're doing. I guess I just set up Deviati, since they probably have hand traps, since they didn't do anything else. I guess we'll find out what their deck does in just a second. Alright, so we have Aruha on board. They have a set monster. Get Sarama out of the deck, set our trap card. I'll pop Aruha. Aruha's going to float into Shyama. Shyama's going to pop Sarama to get a trap card. Well, it's going to get... It's popping into Sharvara so that Sharvara can get the trap card. As we go into Yama. I've already used my normal summon on Decatron, which is currently protecting us from some possible hand trap, which we haven't seen yet, so they might have no hand traps. So we're getting a set chamber. We're going to have to add back the Sharvara to pop it. Then that will summon something. Oh, I forgot I have a Yama to trigger this, but it doesn't really... Alright. We're going to pop Chamber. Summon Abominable Unchained Soul and pitch the Decatron to destroy their card, and then we can summon Sharvara by setting a card. Let's see what their monster is. So they set Cyberjar, of all things. Alright, so something tells me this Dark Ruler isn't doing it. No, my Grass isn't doing it. Alright, so we're gonna link up into Promethean Princess. Bring back a Decatron for a spell Trap Negate. This feels so greedy. Like... Yep, so they concede, and we are now in Master 1. I will cut this recording here, and we will continue in a separate recording, separate video. Just in case something happens to this video. We are +11. Welcome to Master 2.